Hey guys, it's Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to show you guys a few things that I think is important, or a great starting makeup kit. Basically, that's what I wanted to show you guys today. So I have all of my products in this bag right here. It's just a simple makeup bag that my mom gave me so long ago, and I have all the products and a few brushes inside of it. So if you guys would like to see what I think is really nice for beginners to start out with in their makeup collection, then just keep on watching. Obviously, if you're just starting out with your makeup collection, you're really not going to have a lot of makeup. You're not going to need those big old Alex 9 drawers that they sell at IKEA that most beauty gurus keep their makeup in, or even any kind of drawer system at all. I know when I first started out with makeup, I kept all of my makeup in a large makeup bag. It wasn't this one, but it was just a large makeup bag, and every day that I would do my makeup, I would just dump it out, do my makeup, and put it all back in the bag. So I do recommend getting a nice large size makeup bag. Also, and I don't have one to show you guys, I have the matching one of this in a medium size and a small size, and I do recommend getting a few different sizes. The large one can be for storing all of your makeup, and then the small one can be to keep things in your purse throughout the day. So when you go into class or if you go to work, you might be able to throw like your lipstick, a few blotting towels, and maybe your mascara in there so that you can touch up throughout the day. So I do recommend getting some nice makeup bags to start out your makeup collection. So the first three things I'm going to talk about are all foundation related. So I'm going to start out with primers. I do say that it is good to get a nice face primer. This one is just the Ulta Fabulous face primer, and it's actually almost gone, but I do have like two or three replacements in my makeup collection right now. It's great to have a nice foundation primer. I can't talk. It's great to have a nice foundation primer because it can help you lock in your foundation, help your foundation to stay, and it won't slide off your face throughout the day. So I say go to your nearest drugstore and go and get a nice face primer. The next thing that I suggest you guys to get is a nice foundation, whether it be liquid, a cream foundation, or a powder foundation. A powder foundation and a setting powder are two different things, but I say go get a nice foundation. And the last thing foundation related is a nice setting powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless. I love this stuff. It keeps me matte all day. I really don't get very shiny. I think I have combination skin because I only get oily a little bit on my forehead and on the tip of my nose, but usually I am matte all day unless it's super hot outside. But yeah, I say get a nice setting powder because this will make sure that your foundation stays all day. It doesn't have to be super expensive. It just has to be one that works really good for your skin. One more thing I forgot I wanted to talk about is getting yourself a nice blush. A lot of times what happens with makeup is that we focus a lot on getting a nice foundation down, we set with our setting powder, and we lose a lot of natural color in our face. Blushes bring your color back to your face. I do recommend bronzing and highlighting as well, but for a beginner, I believe a blush is good enough to take care of all three of those. The next few things I wanted to talk about are all going to be eye related. So starting off with your eyebrows, I do recommend for beginners that you start out with a pencil eyeliner, an eyebrow pencil. Yes, okay. Start out with an eyebrow pencil as your first kind of eyebrow tool, and a spoolie, but I will talk about spoolies when I talk about brushes. I just believe for beginners it's a lot easier to control pencils and maybe even a brow powder as opposed to a brow gel. The next thing I recommend everybody get is a nice neutral eyeshadow palette. My first eyeshadow palette was actually a Coastal Scents palette. This large 88 Originals palette by Coastal Scents. But you can see it has all of these different colors in it. Looking for something easy and quick, I do recommend that you go out and get a nice neutrals palette. Now the Naked Basics palette is definitely a more higher end palette, but NYX and Maybelline and all of those other drugstore brands do have great neutral palettes. But if you don't know what I mean by neutral, I just mean something that contains more browns and blacks and lighter cream colors than your reds and purples and greens. And the last two things that I think everybody should have is a nice felt tip eyeliner and a nice mascara. A felt tip eyeliner just looks like this. It kind of looks like a marker on the end, and also getting a good mascara that does what you want it to do. The trick to mascaras is to read the packaging. If you want your eyelashes, I cannot talk today. If you want your eyelashes to be voluminous, you need to get a volumizing mascara. If you want your eyelashes to look longer, you need a lengthening mascara. If you want both, you need a mascara that's gonna do both. So the next few things that I want to talk about are all lip related. I'm going to talk about lip pencils, matte lipsticks, and lip glosses. So yeah, here we go. So first things first, I feel like everybody needs a good lip liner. I say get one in a very natural nude color to your lip. This one is in a chocolatey brown color. For my lips, I've lined my lips with it today actually. I don't remember the brand, just I went to my nearest beauty supply store and actually picked one up. I say get a nice purple, or if you're more into pink lipsticks, get a nice pink, just something that matches what you wear often. I wear a lot of purple, so I have a purple, and also a nice red. This is a e.l.f. matte lip color, but I use it as a lip pencil. I just take a lip brush and pick up product off of the crayon, because it's more like a crayon type of thing, and I will line my lips with it. So I got a red one, a purple one, and a brown one. Now the next thing I recommend is finding your color of lipstick. Some colors don't work for some types of people and others don't work for other types of people. So finding colors that match your skin tone and your shade and, you know, your personality is awesome. I have some orange lipsticks that just don't work for me, so they're kind of sitting over there, but I've used them on friends and it looks amazing on them. So just take some time, test out some products. I have a few options here. I say find a nice purple. I also have a nice chocolate brown lipstick from Ulta, and I have a nice red one from NYX. And the last makeup related thing that I wanted to talk about were lip glosses. I say get a nice range of lip glosses just for days where you might not feel like wearing lipsticks, or for days where you're wearing a matte lipstick and want it to be a little bit more glossy. So I say get a nice brown shade, a nice red shade, clear so that you can use it universally, and a nice purple. Lastly, for makeup beginners, I would say to go and pick yourself up a handful of brushes. So first I say get yourself a beauty sponge. This one is not damp, so it's very, very small, but these are great for applying concealers and foundations. I also recommend that you get yourself a nice foundation brush. I prefer this. It's the e.l.f. powder brush, but it's like a flat top brush. Any type of foundation brush works. I just personally do not prefer the foundation brush that favors a paintbrush. So I recommend going out and getting a large powder brush, because this can be used for every type of powder product that you're going to use in your makeup routine. Setting powders, blushes, bronzers, highlight, and everything else in between. As you can see, I love the e.l.f. brushes, and I also have a Wet n Wild brush here, but I love e.l.f. brushes just because they're inexpensive and they work really, really well. So the last 4 brushes that I recommend that everybody go out and get are for eyeshadow and eyes, and sorry my phone just went off, but they're eye related brushes. I think everyone should get an eyebrow spoolie so that you can brush out your eyebrows. Get a, what is this called? A blending eye brush so that you can blend out your eyeshadow colors. A flat eyeshadow brush. This one is from Wet n Wild, like I said, and this one is just called an eyeshadow brush. It's a little bit smaller, and you can pack on more color in a smaller area with this brush. So I recommend getting all of those. So those are the items that I would recommend to a makeup beginner. I always say you don't have to invest a lot of money in your first makeup products, but you do need to get quality makeup products. So do your research on different brands. If you're against animal cruelty, then there are links to blog posts about brands that are animal friendly. I can put the links to those down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you did. Hit the subscribe button down below if you aren't already subscribed, and you can go ahead and tell a friend to subscribe too. Leave a comment down below of any video suggestions or any videos that you would like to see, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.